Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're going to explain about cooperative learning. But before that, next slide please. I will introduce myself and my teammates. First of all, my name is Ivanka Artika with ID number 136, and then Aulia Marta with ID number 144, and the last but not least is Gitaya Fajar Khoirunnisa with ID number 155. Next slide please. And definition will be explained by Maya.
Okay, for the definition of cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a form of group learning activity that is organized in a way where learning depends on the socially structured exchange of information among group members. In this process, students build their own understanding while also helping others learn. Each member is responsible for their learning and contributes to the group success.
Next slide please. Principle will also be explained by Marta.
So, for the principle of cooperative learning, number one is positive interdependence. Students understand that they need each other to achieve the group's goal. Success is shared, so members are motivated to help and support one another. Number two is face to face interaction. Direct interaction allows students to exchange ideas, explain concepts, and give feedback. This helps them build understanding and trust within the group. Number three is individual accountability. Each member is responsible for their own learning and contribution. This ensures fairness and prevent relying too much on others. Number four is social skill. Cooperative learning develop communication, leadership, and conflict management skill. These skills make teamwork smoother and are valuable beyond the classroom. Number five is group processing. Group reflect on how well they work together, identifying strengths and areas for improvement. This helps them collaborate more effectively in the future. And number six is cognitive development. Group work promotes deeper thinking and understanding. Through discussion and peer explanation, students not only remember information better, but also learn to analyze, apply, and solve problems more effectively.
Next slide, please. Types will also be explained by Maya.
Types of cooperative learning. For number one is formal cooperative learning. Formal cooperative learning happens when students work together for a longer period, from one class to several weeks, to achieve goals and complete specific tasks or projects as a team. And for number two is informal cooperative learning. Students work in temporary groups for a short time, such as during a quick discussion or class activities. Number three is cooperative based group. Long-term group with stable members who support and help each other with lesson and assignment. For number four is constructive controversy. Group members share different ideas or opinions and discuss them to reach the best possible agreement.
Next slide, please. And for method, it will be explained by Gitaya.
Okay, the next slide is method. So, various cooperative learning methods have been developed over by the years by different scholars and put into actual practice in the classroom. And cooperative learning methods fall into two main categories. The first one is structured team learning. It involves it involves to teams based on the learning progress of their members, and they are also characterized by individual accountability, which means that teams' success depend on individual learning, not group product. For example, is student team achievement division is where students work together, but then each one take a quiz individually. The team score depends on all member improvement. And then team games tournament is where students play academic games in a group, but the team's overall score depends on how well each member performs. And the second one is informal group learning method. It cover method more focus on social dynamics, project, and discussion than on mastery of well-specified content. Compared to the first one, this method is more flexible and less structured. It is usually focused on interaction, discussion, and project rather than strict mastery of content. For the example is Jigsaw 2 is where students are divided into two groups and each student have responsible for learning one part of the material and discuss it with other students who have the same part, and then they return to their original group to teach their teammates. And then think pair share is where students think individually first and then they discuss it with their partner and then they share it in the class. It helps students organize their thought and practice speaking in a simple and quick way.
Thank you, Gitaya. Next slide, please. And so, after knowing the methods, we will move on into advantages and disadvantages of cooperative learning. So, for the first advantages of cooperative learning is that it gives students interactive, pleasant, and safe environment that can reduce learners' anxiety. Then the second one is encourage peer support and connection, since all students need to learn within supportive community in order to feel safe enough to take risks. The third one is cooperative learning, create vision to work together, introduce different perspectives to students, and provide opportunities to solve complex problems. And then the fourth one is encourage critical thinking through discussion and debate within groups of three or more. And then the fifth one is student can receive immediate feedback or question from their peers without having to wait for long intervals. And then the last one is develop student interpersonal communication skills. And for the disadvantages of cooperative learning is that this cooperative learning takes time to be implemented in class. And the second one is that teachers' lack of control in class can lead to incorrect use of grammar and students not paying attention to the instruction. Next slide, please. And so, in conclusion, cooperative learning is a form of group learning activity in a way where learning depends on the exchange of information among the groups. It transforms traditional boring classroom environment into dynamic, interactive, and student-centered learning. But even though cooperative learning provides many advantages for students, it does have its own downside, like requires careful planning, enough class time, and effective classroom management. So, when cooperative learning is well implemented, it can create a supportive learning community where students are motivated to study together and not just studying individually. Encourage collaboration and empathy in classroom settings. Next slide, please. And so that's all from us. Thank you for your attention, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.